The next point I want to make is also, they're all very important, but this really is a really important one as well for us to recognize, and it comes under the category of know thyself. I say it's so important, know thyself. You've got to know when you're tired, you've got to know when you're cranky, you've got to know when you're hungry, right? But you've got to know when you're also just emotionally bored, so you don't go for the food, which I've discussed on the mind diet and weight loss videos. We have to know thyself. We have to know when we're in a good space and when we're not in a good space. We have to know when we have the ability to carry and make an important decision and follow through, and when we're not in that space, when our body and our mind needs a little bit of TLC, tender loving care. And we've got to give ourselves that self-care. And the point I'm trying to make is like this. If you're exhausted, chances are when we're tired, we don't really want to deal with big problems. When we're tired, emotionally, physically, or spiritually, whichever one it might be, we tend to look for the easiest route because our mind says you haven't got the energy to deal with anything big. Go back to the car analogy. When you're small on petrol, right? When you've only got a small amount of petrol left in your car, and you're trying to go on a 2-hour journey, if the car could scream, it would scream, don't go any further, don't go any further, because you haven't got the capacity, you haven't got the energy to get you there. You've got to go fill up the car with petrol, right? Before you then embark further on the journey, or you're going to break down, and that's going to create big problems. So the point is like this: when we're exhausted or we're tired emotionally, we're not giving ourselves the self-care that we need, we're probably going to shy away from the decisions that need to be made, number one, but number two, we know we should make. Right? So never make a big decision when you are tired. Never make a decision when you're angry either. Never make a decision when you're feeling down. Only make a decision when you're in a good space. When you're in a good space, when you're in a good emotional space, that's where you come from your true, pure, and energized self. And those decisions are going to be more balanced. Those decisions are going to look forward. But when we're tired, we're cranky, we're ratty, we're angry, we're down, we're stressed, we're going to look for the easiest route. And the easiest route leads to comfort, but it doesn't lead to joy or fulfillment, which is what we all really crave for. So think about it for a second. Am I making decisions when I'm cranky? Am I making decisions when I'm joyful? Have I made a decision when I've been cranky? Have I made a major decision when I've not been in a good space? Can I undo that decision? Was it the right decision? Did I make it from a really good place? Know thyself. It's so important. You want to make decisions for when we're in a good place, because there'll be more in the center, there'll be more balance. But when we're not in a good space, when we're tired and cranky, we're going to look for the easiest route to avoid pain. But when we're in a good space, we're going to feel like we can take on more. So that's the point that I'm trying to make. Make decisions from a really good space.